Hey there, I'm currently banned from using my wallet and decided to do something different. Today I'll be going through a rite of passage as a gamer by attempting the most impossible gaming challenge ever conceived. A Pokemon Fire Red Hardcore Nuzlocke. My god, that was a mouthful. A challenge that most of the community has only seen the 2% of people who actually achieved it, and about 68% who have pretended to have beaten it. The rules are pretty simple. Catch only one Pokemon per route. If you kill it, you can't catch another. You then have to name it, and if they die, they stay dead. With the hardcore bonus being that you can't use any items during battle, nor can I use the switch out function after beating a Pokemon. And I cannot exceed the level of the next gym/boss. Alright, got it, cool, because I'm not reading it again. But after many failed attempts, I am here to show you how I've beaten the impossible. I would start my journey like any other game. Alone with an old man. I began this game naming my rival after Nuzlocke player's mortal enemy, and begin the snowball effect of child abuse. And just like every other game, trying to run away, I would be abducted by the creepy old man, where he'll bestow me the choice of a Pokemon. This will be my first important decision, as which Pokemon we pick can drastically make this run easier or dick-shreddingly hard. Luckily, through much trial and error, I discovered which Pokemon is the best option. We have a choice between Bulbasaur, Charmander, and finally, Lugia. Very hard choice indeed. But because Lugia is a garbage tier Ubermon, I decided to go with Charmander instead, appropriately naming him and beginning the spiraling decay of my rival's mindset. I finally ventured out into the great outdoors, and just like the normal game, we delivered a package, acquire our massive balls, get some personal time with our rival's sister, and capture my first Pokemon, the Rattata Michael. I would also be lucky enough to catch a Mankey in the next route before I slap my rival and head north towards our first gym, after learning how to use my massive balls from a drunk old man. The first gym would be the first big challenge, because hardcore Nuzlocke don't allow me to overlevel my Pokemon, I can't really utilize Charmeleon stats to use Metal Claw to handle Brock's girthy Onix. Thankfully, I was lucky enough to capture my true ace for this fight early on. That's right, God, who I was lucky enough to get from the Viridian Forest on the way here. Having Jeff handle the Geodude, I would have God handle the final Pokemon. But not wanting to take any chances on losing, I would proceed to self-destruct God, killing Brock's final Pokemon. Through God's sacrifice, I've obtained my first badge. He will be missed. I continue my crusade to Mount Moon, where I will catch a Nidoran male, naming him Bane. And the moment I got a Moonstone, I would already have a Nidoking. I would also get two very important things that would drastically help my run. The first one being that I would get my new companion, Joel the Paris, who will single-handedly save this run really soon. I would then beat up the Pokemon Mafia and acquire a dead Pokemon body. Keep this in the back of your mind, as this one will come very important later on. Leaving the dingy caves and learning how to kick someone in the balls, I would head straight to the gym, not wanting to accidentally overlevel my good Pokemon on Nugget Road. But with my team having already lost one of my better Pokemon, I see my first real snag. But my choice of Charmander will come in handy soon, because unlike with Brock, my Pokemon has evolved before I got to the gym, and got the one move that would help me conquer this gym. Leaf Blade. I proceeded to give a French greeting to the gym before getting to Misty. My one issue with her was her ace, being unnecessarily hard to handle in Nuzlocke and my team still being fairly weak to water types. Being her Staryu, I would come face to face with my first big obstacle, her old man. Luckily, old mans have lower speed, but their defense stats are pretty high. Leaf Blade will help a lot in this, but one water pulse could end this run here if it survives. Taking a risk, I would play it a bit defensively. I would send out Joel the Paris in hopes to tank the old man's attack and do a little bit of damage to help with the off chance it survives a Leaf Blade. Okay, let's see. I mean, Joel should tank this easily, see? Okay, so this is the important one. All right, we won, boys. We got this. Joel clutching it out, I would find my victory as Joel with self-destruct doing enough damage to finish the job. Once again, I would be blessed by the sacrifice of my allies. Thank you, Joel. You will be missed. Embarrassing my rival again and acquiring some stocks, I catch another lamb for the team, yeah. I would then help a man on Furry, where he will bestow me a ticket as the only exit for this town is finally open. Heading back, I would get an Oddish, something that would have been extremely wonderful to have earlier on. I would also acquire a Pidgey. I would soon lock them away forever. Getting to Vermilion City, I would do two things before getting to the boat. I would hold off getting a Pokemon in the previous route and would get an old rod where I'll use to catch a Magikarp to turn into a Gyarados, who I would appropriately name Olga. Unfortunately, Olga would get bodied by Surge, so we had to go to the mandatory route of Diglett's Cave where we'll catch, obviously, a Groudon. I named him Tiny. Despite having Pokemon's considered a natural disaster, a tree stands in my way, most likely trapping the people until they die of starvation. But because I don't have time for that, I would venture into the Titanic and literally murder our rival's Raticate with Michael, hopefully not making things worse for him. Blazing an old man once again, I would be able to fight Surge. After I get past the dumbest puzzle ever made, I swear to God, what the hell is this thing? I'll be blessed with, so far, the easiest fight in the game, steamrolling through it with ease. But I really didn't want to take any risks, so traveling through the rock tunnels and being bombarded by unspeakable horrors of darkness, I would find myself in everybody's first creepypasta experience. Going into the tower to slap my rival for daring to grieve for his dead Pokemon, I would then get blocked by a ghost, after which I would head straight to Celadon City, for me to realize that Jeff doesn't really have any good fire moves up until level 30, the level just under my new cap. Knowing that would be extremely helpful for my next two big fights, I thought that getting Flamethrower from gambling would be the next best option. Becoming a crippling gacha player, I didn't realize that the amount of time I would spend trying to get it, I could have taken the chances without it, realizing that my stupidity will one day kill me before anything else. I'll waste more time to get an Eevee and quickly make it into the most compatible Pokemon for my team. A Jolteon. I haven't caught a good electric type Pokemon this entire time, so I can really go for this one. I also named them Major. I also wasted another hour gambling for Thunderbolt. I would then head straight to one of the hardest fights in the game, Erica. Starting to fight, I would find myself face to face with her Vileplume. Not much of an issue until she sends out her Crowdly. Luckily, the AI tends to have Crowdly do Ancient Power to get a stat boost. And as long as that doesn't happen, I can easily send out my secret weapon for this fight. Mans, the Primate. Mans will hit Crowdly with a nice Brick Break, taking it out. But the fight isn't over, as we now face her ace Pokemon, Mega Sceptile. How Game Freak allows such a gym to exist, I have no idea. I thought about this already with my Primate. I taught the one move that can defeat this monster. The one move that would bestow me the grasp of victory. Ice Beam. Then self-destructed. Through man's sacrifice, I would beat the gym that would ruin my run over and over again. My friend, you will be missed. After which, I will single-handedly raid the Mafia's base, where I would come face-to-face with their leader. But everyone knows that this muck is the easiest fight in the game. Like, bro, how can you just give me the hardest gym in the game and just give me this trash? This is not even worth my time, like, seriously. Anyway, I would acquire the Silph Scope, where I would head back to Lavender Town. I would once again come face-to-face with a vile ghost that would stand in my GOKU! Bullying more adults and getting a flute, I would head south from Lavender Town to get a very specific Pokemon. Thankfully, for one of the routes nearby, there aren't any wild Pokemon encounters, so I was able to get a free Snorlax before I head out to the next city. His name is Bubba. Bribing the cops with medicinal tea, I would legally find myself in Saffron City, raiding the Mafia's base once again, only to get jumped by my rival thinking he could play hero. I would then proceed to punch him in the soft spot in his head. I would then get a Lapras and a Pokemon that I didn't know would actually be a major player later on. I'll name her Libby. I'll continue to venture further down to take down a boss once again. But like, come on, really? The stupid thing only went like one level up. Anyway, blah blah blah, Magikarp die, haha. But speaking about pulling their own weight, Bubba with a little bit of help would destroy the next gym. Heading straight towards Fuchsia City, I would beat up a biker gang and finally heading straight towards the Safari Zone for my Pokemon and Surf. Here, I would discover, Okay, I can't complain about that. Giving an old man his dentures, I would find the strength to move boulders. I swear to God, what is with me and touching old men in this game? I would acquire Surf, which will help me very much in the next coming fight. Getting through Koga seemed like a challenge, including when Bang could do some damage, but because Coughing and Wheezing have Levitate, he wasn't gonna do much. I'm starting to think that Nidoking's kind of useless in this game, not gonna lie. But not having any good super effective moves for the upcoming fight, it was gonna be a bit rough, but he also doesn't have anything against me. Deciding to rely on my skills for this one, I would actually have some confidence blazing through his team as he brings out his ace Pokemon, Oh God! After getting my next badge, my path would lead me into the great horizon of the Vaporeon fan club. After waterboarding myself, I found the Icy Caves, where I would catch a seal, get lost, getting bored, and deciding to fly to my hometown to get to the next city from there. I would finally make it to Cinnabar Island, home to the world's greatest gaslighter, and the abandoned Geneva Convention. Here we'll also get our most important Pokemon, because I'll finally be able to use the Helix fossil that we got all the way in the beginning. The dual typing for this Pokemon is very helpful, not only for this gym, but for any future... After defeating one of the hardest... Wait, what happened? After defeating one of the hardest gyms, I would finally have enough badges to fight the 8th and final gym, all the way back in my neighboring town. Eager to finish this, I head straight there to grab my last and final badge. After seeing this guy being an utter disappointment, I can only imagine having to go against a level 3 magic. Oh God! An Entei? Okay, Olga should be able to handle this one. Come on. It's fine. What do you mean? Oh, was it? Rayquaza! Oh, what is going on? At this point, I was starting to freak out. Because currently, thanks for whatever reason, Giovanni's AI just wanted to screw me over so badly that he would do tactics that none of the other AI would do. Of course, it uses Hyper Potion. Okay, I have an idea. Perfect. I love it. I love this game. Actually, let's see if Bubba can take this. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. And would show, because I would panic at certain moments, losing very important Pokemon from my team. No, wait, I should have just switched. Oh, no, I'm panicking. I should have just switched out to Jeff. No. Michael, the God Slayer, can handle this. If no one else, he can. See? Okay, this time we gotta switch out to Jeff. Okay, Blizzard. As long as it does, like, Hydro Pump me and Insta-Kill me, I think we're good. Wait, is it Sweet? Why do I keep forgetting that Suicune's a freaking water type? It's not ice type. Get it through my head. Oh, actually, the burn's actually really good. And another Blizzard. Nice. And it missed. Nicer. You Hyper Potion now? Okay, Michael, you can handle this. We believe it. Oh, ooh, okay. Wait. Okay, we're still in the game. We're good. I'm sure Michael can tank a Fire Blast. Yeah, he should be able to. A crit? No! So I had to relax and calm down for a moment and try my best strategy with whoever is still alive. And fortunately, someone would finally pull through and pull his own weight for once. You gotta be kidding me! He gets the crit? Bane? I'm kind of risked. I wanted to thrash, but I feel like, yeah. Okay, good. Bane, you're at least doing something. I'm just gonna go with the Thrash for this one. I feel like this is his most powerful move right now until I get Earthquake from this gym. Oh, come on. Ladio. Oh. Okay, I feel like Major can handle this. Earth. I know it's an Earth gym and they all have Earthquake, but come. No! It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This is the last Pokemon. Bane can handle this. Bane handled this. He is faster than Latios. Thank God. Oh my God. I lost like half of my team. After getting traumatized from another game, I would take an actual break to rethink my life choices. I would reorganize my team after laying my babies to rest. I'll never forget about you, Bubba. Major. Especially you. Michael. Thank you. But through their sacrifice and determination, I would finally get the last badge. I've gone further than any crazy Gobble Man has gone before. I've collected all of the badges and now have the chance to... And now I have the chance to challenge the Elite Four. After going through one more litmus test and getting my last new Pokemon, I would crawl out of the depths and stand at the edge of the final mountaintop. But there was one major issue. Once I entered the challenge the Elite Four, there was no going back. The team I bring in is a team I had to stick with to the very end, or the run ends. However, through my journey, I have gained full confidence with my team, even with the major losses I had. I would soon find more respect for these Pokemon, charging headfirst into the battle ahead of me. My confidence was an all-time high, as my first battle was with Lorelei, arguably the second easiest Elite Four member in the game, including she only has one Pokemon. Like, come on, we only went through this shit. Rattata! After a heartfelt battle, I would continue into the easiest of the Elite Four members, Bruno, where for once, Bane can actually shine, giving the whole team a good left-right good. Oh, come on, man. Look, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed at this point. Like, come on, man. You could do better. Olga and Jeff would instead blaze through Bruno's team like it was nothing. After healing everyone, I would continue towards the real challenge, Agatha. And honestly, this is when things get really hard. I was really unfortunate to not get a good Pokemon that was good against ghost types, and her Gengar can easily just end this run for me, including with that pesky Levitate. Come on, man, most of these Pokemon that are weak to ground type have like a Levitate, like seriously? However, before I came in here, I changed my team up. For you see, just like Libby for later, I brought one more secret weapon just for this battle. Something that can help me with defeating... Whew, that was weird. Anyway, I would find myself face to face with the leader of the Elite Four, with his team of 5 illegally obtained Dragonites and a Gyarados. God, I'm getting war flashbacks from Pokemon Showdown with this battle. And luckily, I have faith in my team, and the soon-to-be MVP of the team, Libby, is stepping up. Since the loss of Major, I couldn't have an answer for Pokemon like Gyarados, and for once I'm saying this, Lugia. So I had Libby packing a defensive answer for all of them with Thunderbolt that I definitely didn't waste another hour getting. Finally, after going through a long and strenuous 4 battles, and through the sacrifice of whatever Pokemon I used, I finally reached the final battle. And for once, I'm starting to see what my rival sees. Just like him, I would lose the life of my Raticate. In a way, I can finally see eye to eye with him. Of a world that wants nothing to do but to put you down. I created you, and they created me. You really didn't do much. However, I've also learned that most certainly I ain't having no bitch boy sit on my throne. For one last time, it's time to put this nerd back into the ground. I'll be starting this fight with a big disadvantage with only having 5 Pokemons. Luckily, Life always throws out his Pidgeot first, so I would play along and already set up Libby to just go into town on this team. Life's Pidgey would attack with Aerial Ace to only get one-shotted by an Ice Beam. Next would be Rhydon, believing that Libby should be faster than it. My assumptions are true, and I would hit the Rhydon with an extremely powerful Hydro Pump. However, Life's next Pokemon is where things get tricky. You see, his Executor has 2 annoying moves that can actually destroy this run if I don't predict it right. And or, don't kill this thing in one move and can end the run here. If at any point this thing uses Sleep Powder and it lands, it's done. However, if it uses Giga Drain, I still have a chance, but it will most likely do more than half of Libby's HP and will put me in a massive disadvantage when handling the bigger threat. Or, plan B, switch out Libby to Jeff, pray that is a Giga Drain and just one-shot it. Playing this in my head for a bit, knowing that predicting this would make or break the run, I would finally choose. Please let this be a Giga Drain. Please let this be a Giga Drain, bro. Yes! Yes! Okay, this is amazing. Oh boy, it was a Giga Drain. He would easily destroy this poor excuse of a fungus and would come face to face with the big one. Now taking back what I said about this thing, I would jump into action. Knowing that Jeff will get destroyed in this battle, I will switch out to Libby to tank any attacks, only for it to be a Rain Dance. Unfortunately, I wasn't very satisfied with the damage from Thunderbolt, and knowing Lugia, it would out-damage Libby by a mile. I then realized that I had to do another crazy tactic instead. I would have to pray for a Paralysis in this next move. Luckily, I have 2 moves that can proc Paralysis. But not only are the chances low for both, but if I do too much damage and proc a full restore, I would have all my hard work thrown into the drain. But because of this, I would narrow it down to Body Slam. But I would have to pray that it not only procs Paralysis, but to also proc in battle and not attack from it, giving me a massive advantage. Okay, come on. Come on, get the Paralysis. Please get the Paralysis. Libby, I love you. Yes. Oh boy, taking advantage of my luck, I would enact my plan and switch out for this to happen. So if it gets proc or anything else, it is fine. I think Olga can take a hit though. That's not the important thing, but as long as it's there. Was this what it feels like to hit a black flash or something? On a literal roll, I had to actually pray for this one. My plan being that I just simply Hyper Beam Lugia. But I have no idea if Olga has the special attack power to kill a Lugia that's above 50% HP that's on the same level as considered a special defensive wall. Unless I get a crit, this will end the run. Okay, so this is the important thing. If I can get a crit, I think we'll be able to win. Shit, fuck. I mean, Paralysis is okay, I guess. Okay, I mean, I don't know if the run's... Wait. Citrus, oh my god! I think that Citrus Berry actually saved me from this run. I actually forgot this thing had it. Oh, we are totally still in this. Come on, Olga. Come on, Olga, please. I believe in you. You can do it. Yes! Yes! Olga, yes! Oh my god, I love you! Olga actually did it. My big old girl did it. She single-handedly saved this run. Almost. What I mean by that is that there are 2 more Pokemon left, and knowing anything can happen, I play it safe, so I can get a move advantage over Life. I am sad. Because I don't really want to take the risk, but I believe sacrificing Olga is like the safest bet right here. And through the sacrifice of Olga, I would be able to safely get out Jeff and one-shot the Alakazam. And once Arcanine came out, I knew that it didn't have any dangerous moves to send out Bane. Bane, for once being able to pull off the 1-2 Goodnight Earthquake combo, I would finish the fight. And through one hell of a battle, I would win. Finally, I would finally complete the impossible challenge. I defeated everyone, convincing a senile old man to hate his grandson and ruin my rival's life. And I did it all under harsh restrictions. With many sacrifices, I would stand proud with my team. Honestly, I can't thank Jeff enough, or those who stand by my side through this endeavor. Let us bask in the glory of our victory, and remember those that we have... Okay, I'll admit it. This was actually a hacked version of the game. Everyone knows that Eradicate can't naturally learn Crunch until Gen 4. But if you enjoyed this, I do hope you like, comment, and subscribe for more in the future. I have other content you should totally check out as well. I'm extremely sorry for the time. This one actually took longer than I thought it would. Not only has work and school got in the way, I also had to basically learn how to make my own Pokemon ROM hack just to pull off this video. And the process just to do that took as long as I would write a script and to make the recording combine. And because of this, I now have a lot more respect for those who actually make Pokemon ROM hacks. But I do wanted to change things up with my videos. With bad video games becoming too common nowadays, I thought I would do something a bit more fun. And to save some money. I do plan on making similar videos to this one in the future, not just Pokemon games, but something else like maybe Elden Ring. I do plan on streaming more soon once I find the right schedule for it, so you should definitely check out my Twitch for that in the future. Maybe I'll play an actual Nuzlocke this time. But until then, I do hope you all stay safe, and that I get to see you soon. See ya.